The Nick A30 situation with obviously Nick A30. This guy, there's like a few people that are upset with him because he did like a whole thing like just like getting mad and like
oh my fucking god, bro. I'm actually gonna crash out every fight. Every fight is shockwaves. And here's another third-party shockwave. This game is so stupid. I actually don't even want to play this season. I'm not even lying. Like, it's so annoying, bro. It's just a stupid playstyle ever. That shockwave away. But, like, I guess that's just the play.
putting tweets out about how mad he is at Fortnite for not removing like a movement item.
It was shockwaves.
Yeah, shockwaves. And he decided to like complain to Epic and tell him to remove it, which he swears he didn't do even though he was complaining about it. And obviously since he's a streamer, they're gonna listen to him. But you was complaining like a baby. And you said like anybody that like made a video about him was like a drooling baby.
Nick A30 went on a live stream recently and said anyone that made a video about him is a brain-rotted individual. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to take that from a 33-year-old man who throws temper tantrums at little kids for messing up his Fortnite roleplays. So after I debunk every single thing you said in that live stream, I will be going into why I believe you are a horrible and entitled Fortnite creator. So yeah, Nicholas, we need to talk.
Our world is lost, bro. We have like just people that are just clueless on these social media platforms that don't form any opinions and do any kind of research. They're just brain rotted.
Well, Nick, I don't think someone who's brain rotted and clueless would be able to make a 6-minute and 22-second video on your behavior and how you act and have multiple people agree on it. Not to mention, you want to say I didn't do my research? Nicholas. Every time I made a point against you in my video, I would use your tweets as receipts. So not a single point I made was a baseless claim.
And then don't even get me started about these creators that are making clips on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Nick A30 got shockwaves removed without doing any ounce of research.
So I already stated how I did my research. We're not going to go into that anymore. But Nicholas, we cannot keep acting like you're not the main reason shockwaves got removed. The main argument I've seen for this is, oh, Nick made those statements a month before shockwaves got vaulted. The reason why it took Fortnite so long to vault the shockwaves after Nick A30's statement was because they were on their winter break. And in their first update back from winter break, you want to know what they did? They removed shockwaves.
Like, they don't help, bro. They just spew more negativity.
Well, Nick, in my original video, I was trying to hold your hand as I gave you a very sugar-coated version of the truth. But since you want to call me a brain-rotted individual, I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. I'm not going to hold your hand like you're some kind of child. You're a grown-ass man, Nicholas. So from now on, I'm going to treat you like you are one.
At least when I'm like trying to offer constructive criticism, it's exactly that. It's like my thoughts and opinions and what I would do to fix it.
Nicholas, I hope you know there's a big difference between actually giving constructive criticism and being a grown-ass man crying over a video game. But you know what, guys? We should give him the benefit of the doubt and see what constructive criticism he gave when the South Park update came out.
It just seems like skins and cosmetics and visuals always seem to take priority with new updates lately. I mean, with the exception of new season updates. Like, new season updates, we actually get a lot of changes. But all the other updates, it feels like it's map change and cosmetic changes.
Buddy, what on earth are you talking about? Considering the fact that you have played this game for the past 8 years and your whole life has been this game for the past 8 years, you of all people should know that we're not going to get a whole new season's worth of content in one normal update. Not to mention the fact, I don't know where you're getting this idea that there's no new content in this update, because we literally had a new mythic that controls the storm, invisible chug splashes, and a new healing item, not to mention you got your wish with shockwaves being removed.
Kind of just the same formula. New battle bus, new aesthetic map changes, no new gameplay changes kind of thing.
Once again, Nick, it is a regular fucking update. Why would there be any kind of new groundbreaking stuff?
It's just no core gameplay changes, so still feels the same, you know? I think just my constructive criticism is just, I just want more gameplay changes, not aesthetic changes. Like, a heal doesn't change the gameplay. Like, it's no learning curve or anything like that. Like, I think our brains need to be challenged.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe since we're all like brain rotted and clueless, maybe our brains do need to be challenged a little bit. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Nicholas, how are you liking the crash pads being added back to the game? You know, the same crash pads that have been in the game since like chapter 2, and the same crash pads that are literally just easier to use versions of shockwaves?
I knew that shit was gonna happen. I knew that for sure was gonna happen.
So wait, you mean to tell me the guy that complained about shockwaves, an item that hasn't been vaulted since Chapter 4 Season 1, and an item that has been in the game since Chapter 1 Season 5? You mean to tell me that guy, that same exact guy that has played this game damn near every day for the past 8 years, he can't use the easier version of shockwaves, and he complained about shockwaves? No! Really? Dude, I never would have guessed that would have happened.
These creators, when they make these false accusations and...
Nicholas, there is no way we are throwing around the term false accusations over some Fortnite shockwave grenades, dude.
All they do is spew hate and negativity, and then I receive the backlash, and I think it's just they're amateurs. They've never received hate like that, so they don't know what it's like. And if they did, they wouldn't do what they're doing, you know?
Nicholas, there is absolutely no way you are a grown-ass man talking like this over a bunch of people saying, oh my god, you got shockwaves removed. And then you have the audacity to say people haven't experienced hate like that before. Nicholas. I have a medical condition that I have been bullied for and that I have almost died to several times. You want to know what I didn't have when I was getting bullied or was having a near-death experience? I didn't have millions of fans to fall back on. It was pretty much just me and 3 other people. Not to mention the fact that all of this is happening to you virtually. All of that was happening to me physically. Now, Nicholas, now that we are at the end, I'm going to give my reasons on why I think you're a horrible content creator and you are entitled. Now, you can pause and read all of these if you want to, but basically, for a brief summary, Nick A30 is saying Fortnite needs to add an extraction-like game mode like Arc Raiders for the sole reason that his views are down right now. So basically, blaming Fortnite for his shitty content. Not to mention, our good friend Nicholas stated in a tweet that his TikTok and YouTube short views are a lot higher than his YouTube views. Now, you can call me crazy, but is that because algorithms like TikTok and YouTube shorts, they just throw the video on you and you don't have a chance to click on it if you want to watch it or not? But in YouTube, you would actually have to see one of his shitty thumbnails and be like, wow, that looks like an amazing video to watch. And Nicholas, even if Fortnite adds this new groundbreaking update, that is literally just going to be like a band-aid fix in terms of your views. Now, Nick, if you end up seeing this, I have no hatred towards you. I have hatred towards how you behave. Even though you called me and many others brain-rotted and tons of other things, Nicholas, this is still coming from a place in my heart that is filled with love. I just want you to stop acting like a man-child. And if you watched all the way to the end, Nicholas, maybe try to post actual good, entertaining content, and maybe your views won't be on a decline. And also, maybe don't complain over every little thing they add to the game that you don't like, and actually try to adapt.
Or like brain rotted and never listened and doesn't have evidence, even though you can see his tweets saying that. There was some guy who was saying it that was most famous for doing it. His name was like Rock. I don't know.
Him like 50, 59.
Oh, shoot, I can't build.
You want me to see what this other dude has a mic?
Yeah, good.
Let me help him out real quick. He's low. He's fighting like a team of 2.
But it's still wild because the person that like was like talking about him was like trying to be as nice as possible about it, but then he made fun of him.
Yeah, and then after that, like Nick A30 was like kind of known for like not listening. Nick A30 cussed
yeah, he like cussed because of it.
He cussed because he used the crash pads, and those are the things that he wanted to replace the other stuff with. So he cussed at it, and everybody's just making fun of him for it.
Dude, he's so dumb.
Yeah.
I wish he would just be normal.
That's
Exactly.
funny.
It's just so unneeded. But grown men playing role plays getting upset about gravities.
Yeah.
It was not my fault. It was
Yeah, she knows it's my
100% his fault.
We want gravities back.
Dude, I've not played regular. I should probably play regular sometime.
Yeah. I played it a little bit.
And he was like, before that, he was complaining about how that huge update had nothing for him, even though there was so much stuff about it, like the game. Like, there was like no Fortnite content, according to him, even though there was that whole huge update. It's just, I think he's lost his marbles.
Definitely.
I went all this way to go open a blue chest, and it had a purple pistol. I have guns in real life more powerful than that.
Reported!
Okay.